Here we are. Hello everyone, I'm Adam Papagan, and welcome to There's a Place, show number 50. If you've been with us since the beginning, thank you. If you're just tuning in recently, downloading the podcast, wherever you found us, thank you. I am Adam Papagan, and like I said, this is There's a Place, the ASMR talk show. The soft talking show that feels good to hear. I want to share a story with you all. You know, sometimes things will happen to you and they're easy to interpret as a sign or something funny or something odd or worth sharing. And other times you'll have experiences that it takes a little bit of unpacking to kind of get your mind around. And maybe since they're not the most interesting stories with a clear narrative or a clear point, you feel like you can't share them with people, and then you never really get to think about it. But this is something that happened to me the other day. I was driving over here, just kind of going through my mind. So I just want to tell you all what happened, and then it'll be up to you, the viewer, the listener, to determine what the point of this story is. So I was at the LA River for a little walk. You know, I gotta get exercise. I'm not a young man anymore. So I said I'm gonna start walking again. I'll walk about 2 miles every day if I can. So I'm on the LA River, and it's about 4 in the afternoon. And I'm walking along, and this pack, literally a pack of police officers, about 8 of them, come riding on their bikes. And it was fine. I was just walking, listening to a podcast. But I thought, good thing I wasn't doing any of the illegal activity that you often associate with the LA River, going on along the LA River. So I'm walking a little further, and coming towards me, I see a guy. He's about my age, maybe a little older, but he's your classic hipster type. He's got the flannel shirt, he's got the beard, he's got a beanie, backpack, kind of North Face jacket. Not a gruff-looking individual at all. But he's walking along and he's drinking an IPA. And he's stumbling along. So I was like, it's a little early, but whatever, buddy. You know, you do what you gotta do. So I go to the end point, turn around to come back. And as I'm coming, this drunk guy is down at the water's edge. There's this embankment, it's concrete, and he's like down there, and he's like splashing around. He's drinking his beer and he's splashing around in the water. It's like, okay. So I walk a little further, and he sees me up in the embankment. So he starts looking at me, and he starts trying to catch up to me, but he was so drunk, he was walking sideways up the embankment, and he kept tripping. It was a little comical. It's sad to see a drunk person in the middle of the day, but it's a little comical. He kept falling into the water, getting his backpack all wet, and he didn't know what was going on, but he finally gets to the bike path now, and he starts running, jogging after me. I was like, that's weird. So I pick up my pace a little bit. He starts yelling, hey. So I turn around, and he's yelling at me, but I was a good distance ahead of him, but he's jogging, and he's like, hey. And then he gets to a bench and he just collapsed on it, and I rounded the corner and never saw him again. So, that's a story, his personal story. That's one that I want to know more about, but also would never interact with that guy. I guess the moral of the story is even if somebody looks normal, they could be an undercover drunk, they could be an undercover cop, they could be out to bust you. So looks can be deceiving. That's the lesson this week. I'd like to bring out my guest now. He's a comedian. He does a show here on Dronebox. He appears on other shows on Dronebox. Very opinionated guy. I like people with opinions. Because really that's all you have in this world is your opinion and your point of view. Please welcome Cyrus Naderpour. What's up, Cyrus? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
It's interesting. This is the first time I try to make as little noise as possible.
Yeah, okay, so you're just going to do the whispering.
I want to whisper.
Okay, that's cool.
Am I supposed to whisper?
I say library voices.
Okay.
So it's just kind of like warm, but the whispering is kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to whisper.
Just soft talking.
Soft talking. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start here. I get loud.
Yeah, I know.
So I'll start here. I'm excited for the show.
Oh, cool. We're excited to have you.
Every time I come on here, I want someone to jerk off to me. And I think my chances are really high on this show.
Yeah, I remember the first time we met each other. We'd met, around, but first time we ever talked, we were here at Drone Box.
Yeah.
And you asked me to speculate on whether you thought anybody masturbated to this show.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think I definitely, because I went on a couple dates with a girl, and she showed me these AMSR videos before, like this hair stroking. Definitely the hair stroking videos people jerk off to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sad I don't have hair either, because then we could definitely stroke each other's hair.
Yeah, how come you don't have hair?
I used to have long, beautiful hair.
Yeah, I saw pictures of you on your Facebook with long hair.
It started thin, so I headed off at the pass, and I just started shaving it.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah, you want to be the guy where people wonder why you cut your hair, not the guy where they're like, oh yeah, I know. That was the right move.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, so that girl showed me those videos, and I dated a chick for a while, almost a year, and she was a fetish model. And she told me what videos she would make, and what this is definitely fits in that category. Like, she would make like really silly, like there was one time she made a video where someone wanted her to pretend to be an ice princess, and she would pretend to get hit by a heat beam and melt. And the vibe of those videos were very similar to the AMSR videos.
Would they just go on YouTube, or were these...
Well, this was like a private video.
Okay.
It was a special
contract
request.
Work.
Yeah, it was a contract work.
Where did you meet a fetish model?
Oh, like a comedian friend of mine.
Okay.
So I was a friend of a friend.
Was she a comedian as well?
Her friend was a comedian.
Got it.
And then I met her through her.
How was that? You said you dated for a year.
Yeah.
There must be some common ground between comedians and fetish models.
Yeah, surprisingly. Comedians, porn workers, they're people who don't want real jobs. There's a lot of common with people who don't want to have a real job. It's a fundamental base of, I don't want to work at an office place. And then you build from there. So, you'd be surprised how much similarities there are.
Any other ones?
Hate yourself.
Okay.
That's common between comedian, porn person.
Because I've only been doing comedy for a little bit.
Yeah.
But have you found that there's one type of guy who goes into comedy? Or is it all sorts of people who have in common that they don't want to work?
Well, comedy here in LA, I think is pretty interesting because you get people who they want to be actors, and they think like if they do stand up that'll be good. So I think the people that stick with comedy, I know there's a certain type. It's tough to say, but when you go to a comedy club, I look around, I can tell that guy's a comic, that guy's a comic. There's a certain kind of sulkiness. Mm-hmm. You see when you go to the open mic, everyone's just like ugh, like that. That stays with everyone forever. I've been to different stages I did comedy. I'm like, oh yeah, you guys are comics. So you could just tell there's a cloud hanging over their head.
Comedy cloud.
The comedy cloud. Yeah.
The sad comedy cloud.
Yeah. There's it's weird. It's interesting with comedy, especially with stand-up, is that these people are pretty introverted, but they want stage time. So it's this kind of balance between I don't want anyone to talk to me, but when I get a microphone, I want everyone to listen to me. Mm. That's a kind of a unique personality trait.
Yeah, I really want to be listened to.
What's that? You kind of want to, though.
No, I do want to be. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I probably don't like to talk to people.
I should probably speak louder then if I really want people to listen to me.
It's tough. It's part of the medium is whispering. In this one.
Yeah. Going back to comedy, though, what are some of when you're going to the mics, you're seeing people who are not as seasoned? Because, if you're funny, that's your job as a comedian, is to be funny at the end of the day. But what are some of your pet peeves of, types of material people will do? Do you have any?
Types of material?
And again, if it's funny, whatever. But, okay, so I was on a mic today, and the guy before me was one of these like anti-comedians
I hate
who
that.
purposely bombs.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Like, well, thanks a lot for warming up the room.
Yeah, I just want the person to be. You don't have to be high energy, but just be passionate about what you're saying. Like these people, they do like the, and they just kind of like don't care, and they're like, yeah, and then that happened, It's just like, shut the fuck up. Like, why'd you get on stage?
Yeah.
Why'd you get on a microphone if you don't give a fuck about it, what you're saying?
To tell some story about something that happened to you in high school.
And they're like these passive, they just like throw away the lines. Also, like also if all your jokes are about Facebook and the news, that means you've never left the house. That's pretty like, all right, you did 5 minutes on OkCupid, Facebook, and news. You didn't leave your house all day, have you? Like, you don't talk about anything. Like, that's pretty fucking annoying. Also, the people who have really good lives, like not people, and they try to act like they're terrible. Like there's what people, they're like, yeah, when I go to the store, I get like the water cup I fill with Sprite because I'm a monster. It's like, no, you're not. You're a regular human being. Those aren't, monsters commit genocide. You acted like a regular poor person. Like, shut the fuck up. You're not an evil person. Just a lot of like alternative comedy is pretty shit.
Yeah.
I don't understand that label, alternative comedy.
No alternative comedy.
It's like, alternative to what? Comedy makes you laugh.
Yeah, no, it's no alternative. You have no choice
Yeah.
but to do comedy in a comic book store.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
An alternative. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm gonna take that one.
Okay, go for it.
I'll credit you though.
No, it's okay.
No,
well,
credit you.
don't do it on stage.
I was doing it on stage and
Oh, yeah, if you
in
want to tell other people.
conversations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Spread that term around.
I got a guy. I know a person who would love it.
Good. Another thing that bugs me, putting the mic right on your chin, talking like directly into it.
Okay.
I don't understand that.
You know,
Do you
some
do
people
it?
Sometimes I do it. Depends. Sometimes I do something. Sometimes I might feel like it's not loud enough. I do that, but it's bad depending on your voice because it fucks up the vibrations.
You're breathing into it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, those mics smell. Sometimes you get a whiff of them and you can smell saliva on them. Really easy to spread germs doing comedy. It's really terrible for you doing comedy.
Yeah. You
Really?
drink a lot.
You get access to a lot of germs.
Yes.
Really destroys your self-confidence.
Yeah. You did a lot of driving around.
Oh yeah, driving drives you crazy.
Yeah.
It's, you bomb a set and you drive home, just sitting there stewing in your car, just reliving everything in your head. It's really terrible for your mental health.
Yeah, and then being a car is kind of dangerous in and of itself.
Oh, yeah.
Could get in a car accident.
Yeah.
So
Don't do comedy.
Many hazards. Yeah. Yeah. More people should quit. That's one thing I'm learning from starting.
Oh yeah.
That's probably true of any creative endeavor, though.
Yeah. It's true. Sometimes I'm surprised there hasn't been a shooting at like the Comedy Store yet on the open mic. Sometimes I kind of hope there is one, just like thin out the herd.
Yeah.
Be kind of nice.
Yeah, those Monday night ones.
Yeah. How are you liking it so far?
Oh, I really like it.
Yeah.
I've kind of an addictive person. I have an addictive personality. And so this is just falling right in with all the other things.
That's good. That's
so
bad.
yeah, I'm compulsively doing it now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You're pretty funny. I enjoy
Oh,
it.
thanks.
I remember I was impressed from the pig and whistle to the tribal. Where the lady heckled you.
Yeah.
From that then I was like, oh, because you wrote some new jokes. Like, oh, those were a lot better.
Yeah.
So.
I'm really getting into the groove.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that hard.
Wow.
If you're like funny, if you like know what you're doing, then you just have to get better. But like I don't get like afraid to go on stage anymore.
Well, I feel like you probably have some like, you've been doing this type of stuff for a while.
Yeah.
So I think that helps with it. That initial fright.
Yeah.
So, but you'll see, it gets hard. It gets tougher.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where you get better, you plateau, you get better, you plateau. So.
Well, I have nowhere to go but up from where I am now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your relationship with the mic stand like?
I like to lean on it.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I'm a leaner. I like to lean in real life.
Okay. That's one thing I'm really having trouble with.
Yeah.
Where to put it?
You should
My body language is terrible. I know that. I need to work on that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, or not. Depends. I think it's easier just to be yourself up there.
That's not gonna happen.
I mean, it's bad. I don't know. There's a lot of ways to do it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yes, it is.
I like whispering.
Yeah, me
Mixing
too.
with hyperbolist. I'm usually in that side when I talk, so I can see it. I look at myself in there a lot. It's very distracting. It's fun.
Distracted by yourself. Wow.
Dude, I like if there's a TV going on, I just stare at it. I can't stop. I'm amazed by your control. I was watching you back there. You look at the cameras. Good on you, man.
I noticed, and then we can talk about something other than comedy. Well, this is a segue into what I want to talk about more.
Okay.
Your comedy is a little political, would you say?
Yeah.
And you don't talk about yourself too much in your act, which is something I like.
Oh yeah. I'm working on doing that.
Okay.
But yeah.
Where does that political thing come from? A lot of people don't like talking about politics.
Yeah, I think growing up, my parents watch a lot of news. I don't know, I've been able to watch C-SPAN. So I just grew up around it. And they would always just, all my dad likes to talk about is politics. So I just grew up around it, and then it just rubs off.
Maybe it was a way to relate to your father. You start joking about politics?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, if something's on all the time, you just pick up on it. We also had one TV growing up, so like, if I wasn't playing video games, I was just sitting there watching politics. So I know about gardening as well, because my mom liked gardening.
Gardening, politics.
I don't use the gardening stuff in my comedy as much.
Yeah,
though.
you guys start doing your gardening material.
Do some perennial jokes.
Yeah. You ever notice how tulips...
Yeah. What's the deal with perennials, guys? They keep coming back.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I don't know how you cannot be interested in politics. It's like literally the most important thing. And like what laws are decided. It's literally the most important, like the environment is number one. And politics shapes the environment. So it's literally the most important thing in everyone's lives. I don't know why more people aren't interested in it.
But another way it's not important, because like you just hear about they're so big, they're kind of become abstract. And you think that they don't affect your daily life.
I mean, it does though.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It all does. Like if there's a pothole in your road and it's not getting fixed, that's because of politics. Like everything is affected by it. It all actually trickles down. Not like trickle down as economics. That doesn't trickle down. Politics trickles down. It's bizarre. I don't understand how people can't not be into it.
Be angry about it, just social issues. People, whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody, have you, okay, I'll ask you that. Have you noticed all the RVs parked everywhere that people are living in?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't even noticed those.
I think it's great.
Oh, you think it's great?
Live in the RV, keep it mobile.
They're living in old 70s RVs.
I mean, that's what
There's
they
not
want.
enough housing. Nobody wants to do that. There's no bathrooms in those things.
Yeah, but I mean, some of these are doing it by choice. Some of these guys are like nomads, Like, there's like the guys in Venice. It's like you're making a lifestyle choice to live in an RV.
Why would you live in an RV in a big city? Just go. If you're kind of a shut-in.
Some people just don't like to live in houses. I mean, I don't. I mean, it's better than being homeless.
Yeah, but only a tiny, tiny bit.
No, but I feel like I don't like it when they try to outlaw living in an RV. That pisses me off.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you outlaw? No, you can't live in your car. Like, fuck you. I'm living in my car. I don't want to live here either. No, we don't want them. Just let them park there. So I never thought of that as like, oh yeah, everyone's poor, that's why living in RVs. I figure, some people just want to live in a van though. There's some guys. I feel like there's some people who appeals to them. Their nomadic nature,
Would you ever do anything like that?
Yeah, I'd do that. I think. I would like one with an RV with like a bathroom though. That's
Tough.
cheating. Not permanently, but I could see myself doing that for a little while.
Trying it for a little bit.
Yeah, try it. Yeah.
Like an Airbnb situation.
Airbnb of RV.
Yeah. RV and B.
Do you make money off that?
What?
Get an RV and Airbnb it? You think you turn a profit on that?
I saw on like Curbed or something, posted a link of somebody was renting an RV on Craigslist
Yeah, I can
for
see
like
that.
$600 a month,
That's a fucking ripoff.
parked in a driveway.
Is it a nice resident? That guy doesn't deserve to have $600. Who's spending $600 to live in you can live in a house, a room in a fucking house. What a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Well, don't do it, everybody.
Or do it.
Don't spend $600.
Don't spend
to rent an
$600.
RV.
You could. That's probably a monthly payment on an RV that you own.
Those RVs are probably so cheap because they're all so old.
Yeah. You could probably get one for $200 a month.
Yeah. Okay, you're kind of making me see the light on this. I might.
Yeah, man. Houses are overrated. Material possessions, way down. You can go boat with an RV. The bathrooms, that's an issue. But I think you guys have gym memberships. I think that's the move. You park your RV outside of a gym, and then you can use the gym bathroom.
Like you shower there and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you think that people who go in like with that plan, do you think that they regularly shower at the gym, or it just becomes a hassle and they stop going to the gym like everyone else?
I think the New Year's resolution is take a shower every day, and then by the by February they've given up. Mm-hmm. They just smell like shit.
Yeah.
I do feel like if you live in an RV, your personal hygiene is not a high priority for you. So definitely that once every other day guy. Speaking of showering every day, my roommate came up to me. He was like, I'm gonna iron on this girl. Should I take a shower? I'm like, yeah, you should take a shower. And he's like, no, but like my hair looks kind of cool when it has bed hair. I'm like, no, it fucking doesn't. When was the last time you showered? Yesterday. He's like, yeah, you haven't showered in 24 fucking hours. Shower. And then I go, like, let me see the picture of the girl you're meeting. I was like, oh, I bet it's girl in real life. And I remember he goes, remember Jess from the elevator? I'm like, wait, so you met her again? He's like, no. So he met this girl at an elevator for 30 seconds. He met her, she said a laugh. She said, oh, hey, I'm just on the 6th floor. And never saw her again. So he just wanted to show up at her place of work and ask, is Jess here? So he asked me, should he shower before randomly showing up at this girl's fucking house and asking to see her? Fucking logic on some of these people. Like, should you shower to randomly stalk a girl? Yeah, if you stalk a woman, you should shower.
Hasn't you ever seen Seinfeld? There was an episode about that, like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You gotta stake out the elevator. Don't learn from history.
Get an RV.
Yeah.
Wait outside. Steak. He watches too many rom-coms as a kid. And so he thinks it's like something romantic. And it's gonna they'll lock eyes. A beautiful romantic song will play, and then they'll live happy ever after.
Well, no, until like 3/4 way through the movie when they break up. It's like, wait, you were only pretending to stake out the elevator? You knew all along? And they just get back together and it's fine.
Yeah.
What was that one with Katherine Heigl and it wasn't the Judd Apatow one, but it came out around that time. And she was like a newscaster in it.
Oh, yeah.
She lived in San Francisco, but then she was taking
Knocked
a job.
Up.
No, not Knocked Up. The one that was, whatever, it doesn't matter. But the thing was she was taking a job in Sacramento. That's like an hour away from San Francisco.
Oh, that was a thing?
Yeah, and so they broke up. She was going to go work in Sacramento.
Get your geography right, Judd.
Yeah, or whatever. People need to be more aware of geography and politics.
Sacramento sounds far away from San Francisco.
It's the Orange County of the Bay Area.
Yeah, it sounds, but it's not. It's a nice place. I thought there was going to be a lot of crack there. It was actually a very nice neighborhood. I went there for a comedy festival. It was pretty nice.
Go to the Old West Town?
No. What's that?
They got like an Old West Town in Sacramento.
No.
Yeah. Next time you're up there.
Next time I'm up there, the Old West Town.
Check out the Old West Town. What are some political issues or social issues you think are like the most important right now?
Definitely the most important, well, hands down the most important issue is global warming. I don't understand why anyone can say it's not. Like, who cares what pronouns you call people? If you're floating on an iceberg, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't really, that's easy, number one. Other than that, I think redistribution of wealth, that should definitely happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Mainly because I'm not rich. But, rich people, I mean, whether we like it or not, our country is run by rich people. And when they're nice and they play well, the country goes well. And the rich people are just not nice anymore. They're just really they're running wild. They're just doing whatever the fuck they want. They're saying all kinds of crazy shit. And they just need to remember that we can fuck them up and take their money. I think we should. I think the only type of capital punishment should be allowed for white-collar crime. I think that's the only kind, like, because if you kill a serial killer, he's a sociopath. He has to kill. Like, he has to, like, cut someone open and wear them as a dress. You're not going to, like, prevent him from killing because of that. He's just fucked up. Pedophiles don't like them, but, like, it's not going to stop them from being a pedophile. It's like they have fucked up sexual tastes. But I think if a Wall Street guy knew he would, like, hang if he got caught destroying the economy, he'd think twice, because it's about money. And if you're dangling from a rope, you can't spend the money. I think that will help us. And also, I think we should just, once every other year, we should have, like, a Hunger Games for the rich people. Just, like, remind them that, hey, be nice with your money. We can fuck you up and take your money whenever you want.
Can we? Why hasn't that happened?
I mean, we can, because they haven't, like, fucked us over so much. Because they think, like, the police and the military will save them, but they're poor. They're not rich. There's no reason for them to take their side. I don't know why. Like, people just need, like, they just need to just punch them in the face once, be like, hey, you can be rich, just be respectable. Just be respectful. Just let us get health care. You know?
Those damn rich people. Hope to be one someday. That's
be
what
one
it
someday.
really is.
It's not the guys that, like, become rich that are a problem. It's, like, not the guy that invents something and then he becomes rich. It's, like, the third or fourth generation deep. They're the ones that are the fuck-ups. Like,
They just don't understand the world.
yeah, they're just completely disconnected from reality. Because everyone's the hero of their own story, you know? Everyone's like, I overcame this adversity to succeed. Like, I'm the hero of my own story, and mine's not even that great, you know? Like, I didn't grow up in the ghetto. I was like, my parents were immigrants that came here, not a lot of money, but we lived comfortably. I think it's great. And I lived, like, a normal life. If I was, like, super rich, I'd still think I'm as much of the hero, but, like, I wouldn't have any problems. And those guys have these warped sense of, like, what working hard means. And they just need to get punched in the face. Or, like, forced to live in, like, Somalia for, like, a year. I think senators, they should live a quarter of the year on, like, minimum wage. Just to realize, like, oh, this is what it's like.
Keep it real.
Yeah, just keep it real. Just a quarter of the year, you have to live like a minimum wage person.
I like that.
I think they'd get a little better perspective.
I like all these plans. I like your platform, Cyrus. Did you ever think about running for office? I mean, you know about politics. Did that ever, like, not like now, but like as a kid, did you ever think about what it'd be like to be a politician? Or?
No, not really. I kind of wanted to be an astronaut first, like many children. I actually want to be a trash man first, and my parents set me down and, like, you can't be a trash man. It's a disgusting job. And then as an astronaut for a while, and then I want to be an accountant and a business person. Now I'm a comedian. I think about it sometimes, but my show, I don't know if you've ever seen that, Don't Say That, Thursdays Midnight. I say horrible things constantly on that show, which I think would disqualify me to be president. But maybe not. Trump's
doing great.
Yeah, I think people like hearing horrible stuff. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm not disqualified. I think if you just don't apologize for anything, they can't really pin you down.
Yes, that is Trump's biggest appeal, I think.
Yeah.
To people, is that he just, like, says stuff.
Yeah. I think that's Bernie's appeal too, but Bernie's like a reasonable person. He just doesn't he just says what he believes, but he just happens to be a nice person.
But how, because I heard him on the radio today talking about how close the campaign in Iowa is or whatever.
Yeah.
How, like, real could he be? How much of a good person could he be if he's running for president? Like, he must be a narcissist, like anybody who would run for president.
Yeah. I think he just gets a kick out of doing the right thing. He's like one of those fucking freaks that, like, feels that way. It's a weird thing that we think he's a psycho for, like, just getting a kick out of doing it. But that's how it is, man, with politics. I think he just wants to do the right thing. He gets a kick out of it. He just believes a certain set of things, and he just wants to do them. Which is, Hillary just wants to be president.
No, I don't like her at all.
No, Hillary just died. Trump is just wants to rob us. Like, he just wants to become president and take money for himself. He's definitely going to just crack a bunch of deals with him and his boys and cash the fuck out. Clearly what he wants to do. Yeah, he just has this crazy view of how the world should be, and he just wants to make it happen. And I think he lives in Vermont, right? He's a senator of Vermont.
Yeah.
And no one gives a fuck what happens in Vermont. There's no big industry out of Vermont. There's no like oil business that like who gives a fuck what happens in Vermont? It's like this. They're like northeast rednecks up there, and they're just wackadoo people, and they let them stay there for a lot of time. It's just the perfect storm for someone like him to exist, honestly.
Well, it'll be exciting to see Hillary Clinton become president.
Yeah, Bernie's gonna win, man.
You think he's gonna win?
I think Bernie's gonna win.
I think Trump's gonna win.
I don't think Trump's gonna win.
I'm scared.
No black person, Mexican, and the majority of women will not vote for Trump.
Don't those people not vote though?
They're gonna vote. I think people are gonna start voting. They've done like the people that run the numbers that like are always correct, ran the numbers, and Bernie's won. I think Bernie's gonna win.
That'd be cool.
The tide's turning. He's almost neck and neck with Hillary in Iowa. People just have to hear what he has to say, and I think he'll win.
Hillary said she would investigate Area 51 though.
Dude,
So
Bernie Sanders.
don't you want to know? I mean, redistribution.
Hillary
laws would be
said that?
great. Yeah, but don't you want to know what's going on with Area 51?
I feel like Bernie would also investigate Area 51.
I don't know. It could be in the pocket of the Grays.
When did she say that?
A couple weeks ago.
I mean,
Said she would get to the bottom of it.
is she getting money from the anti-51 Area 51 movement?
Well, she is a reptilian. I mean, I think that's pretty well documented.
Yeah, I think she's definitely Illuminati for sure.
Yeah.
She's a shape-shifting reptilian. She should really shape-shift into something more pleasant.
Yeah, like a nicer lady.
Shape-shift into someone pleasant.
She reminds me of a school principal.
She's exactly like a fucking school principal.
Vice principal.
Yeah.
The vice principal.
Who gets
And
passed
Bill.
over for that principal job over and over
Bill is
again.
the principal everybody likes. Oh, take off early today. Minimum day.
She just looks like she's perennially playing bad cop. You know, Bill Clinton's like, maybe you should do this and be more likable. She's like, shut up, Bill. And like, if she would just listen to Bill, she'd be fine.
Bill's cool. That was a fun presidency.
Yeah, but like, he repealed Glass-Steagall.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Dropped all
wasn't.
those bombs on Kosovo.
Yeah,
Played the saxophone though.
yeah. I mean, it's the stupidest things that like, he played the saxophone. He was a chill president. Like the .com bubble started. Did it pop with him?
No, started with him. Popped with. I think it popped a little into the 2000s.
Didn't he start? Like, didn't he like
Yeah,
towards the end of
it was
him?
1999.
I think when he was ending, it popped.
Yeah.
He wasn't really old. I mean, people look back at him and it's like he was the best ever. It's like, was he though? Was he? I don't know. I think he wasn't as bad as Bush. Well, no one was as bad as Bush. Obama's better than Bush, but he's done some weird shit. Like TPP. What's he doing about that? What's that about?
What is TPP?
Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Oh, one of
What's
those
he doing
one
with
world
that?
government kind of things.
Yeah. Like, what is he doing with that shit? Like, what?
He's a rich guy. He wants to be a politician.
I want to believe he like wants to do the right thing, but he had to sell out to get here. So he did a couple things good for us, but then he has a bunch of stuff that's not that great. Overall, it's better than Bush.
I wish Obama still smoked cigarettes.
I wish he just smoked
Make him
weed.
cool.
Like,
Yeah.
just smoke weed, man. If you're the president and you just spend all day deciding whether or not you should bomb fucking Syria, fucking smoke a joint. Fucking blow a little steam off. Hit it the next day, you know?
Hotbox the Oval Office.
Yeah, I mean, someone's done it.
Yeah.
I bet you like in the Kennedy days, like they did that shit. Like, before, like they would like investigate the president. Back when you could have an affair and be president. And everyone was like, yeah, don't worry about it. I bet you they did it. I bet you Kissinger smoked weed.
Yeah. Those are the good old days.
Yeah, the good old days.
Ooh, I miss them. These are comfortable socks, don't you think?
Oh, these are great. I love stance socks.
Yeah. The socks are one of those things where you always are wearing them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and so you just buy cheap socks. You'll get like the 20 for $6 or whatever,
Yeah.
and they always wear out.
Yeah.
But if you get nice socks,
Yeah.
it's a good investment.
Good socks make you feel more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
There's a certain thing when you have good socks, you get power from them. It's a very important. It's a very important, and having cool socks is in right now. When I used to work in offices, everyone had the neon socks with like patterns on them. They make you feel like when you do a presentation with good socks, you're doing stand-up with good socks, you feel the power come from your socks.
Maybe that's what I've been doing wrong.
Well, not now.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you feel more powerful during this interview?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Also, the socks are new, so that something's like new and fresh.
Oh yeah.
Fresh T-shirt.
Oh yeah. Hasn't been sold yet.
Yeah. Didn't absorb any of my foot sweat.
Yeah.
Good times. These would look great in a pair of Nikes.
Yeah. I also like how they're mismatched. They adds a little certain flair to it.
Yeah, well, the toes are matched,
Oh, yeah.
pretty much. So that's cool. And they have the blue line. So really, maybe they're not mismatched at all.
I mean, they're not traditional matching.
Yeah.
There's no reason for socks to match.
Exactly.
None. There's no. You have to wear matching shoes because you mismatch shoes, they'll wear unevenly. But there's absolutely no reason to match. Excuse me.
That's
Socks.
just another example of the 1% imposing conformity on us.
I agree, dude. Like, also, I mean, why some like guy in the Middle Ages who like thought witches were the number one threat to society said you have to match your socks. Now I have to match my socks. Fuck that. Why does fork have to go on the left side? You think it's coincidence that fork and left have the same number of letters? No, that's OCD 101.
So now you're getting into the Nostradamus kind of stuff. You seem like a very pragmatic guy. Are you into any of that stuff?
Oh, Nostradamus and stuff?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I love that stuff. I don't believe Nostradamus was real, but I like conspiracy theories.
Okay. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, you know what?
Ha! Everyone always believes in ghosts.
I just want to believe it's true. I don't know, man. I used to watch those haunting shows on Discovery Channel, and everything happens the same way. It's like too uniform for everyone to be making it up.
They're the most believed in paranormal phenomenon.
I mean, why isn't there ghosts? Why can't there be ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
No.
That's the only one I don't believe in.
Which ones do you believe in then? Like,
Aliens.
oh, aliens are real. That's like not
Yeah.
even like a. Aliens are definitely real. Like no questions.
Yeah, I guess aliens is the only one. 'Cause I don't. What else is there? There's like Bigfoot.
Bigfoot may or may.
I don't know.
Loch Ness. After they found that crevasse thing, that could be him. He could be living down there.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm down. I'm down for ghosts.
Yeah.
I think there's some shit we just can't explain happening. I want to believe. It's fun. It's fun. You gotta believe in something, you know?
Exactly.
But,
But you can't believe in it too much. It's like everything else. There's a fine line.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's the one thing I like is there was a show, A Haunting, on Discovery Channel. And the one thing I like, they would have a priest come over to try to exorcise the house. And it never worked. Never worked. The priest never solved the problem. Which makes me believe in it even more.
Maybe they just got a cheap priest.
Maybe.
They got like the jumbo tube sock pack of priests.
Maybe. But it makes me believe it's real. Because if Christianity solved that, like, this is bullshit. But Christianity pissed it off and made it worse. I don't think it's like a hell than hell thing. It's just like a spirit energy thing. I don't know. I think it could be real. Why don't you believe in ghosts? Like,
I guess the root of it is just to be a contrarian because everybody else believes in them.
that's fair.
But yeah, you understand that, right?
Yeah, I get that.
Just be like, no.
Yeah, that's fun.
But there's a certain fun
Oh, yeah.
to it. But because all the arguments say like you die like with your ghost clothes on, like they appear wearing clothes and.
Yeah.
But then what about in like Asia? They think our view of ghosts is like sacrilegious because they're into ancestors,
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I'm kind of into that.
Okay.
Like the spirit of your ancestors, you could like bring dishonor to them. I'm down with that view of ghosts.
I feel like whatever the Native Americans say about ghosts is accurate.
Oh yeah, the Native Americans.
I feel like when they say stuff about ghosts, that's the accurate stuff.
Spirit animal.
They seem like they got that stuff on lockdown.
great spirit.
Because they have that stuff like when you fuck with Indian burial grounds,
Yeah.
bad things happen.
Do you believe in that?
I mean, I think there's a proven track record of it. There's a lot of data of people fucking with Indian burial grounds and bad things happening. Are you against that one, or are you?
No, I'm for that one.
Yeah.
I like the Indians.
Indians were cool, man.
Yeah. The Egyptians, we talk about the Egyptians a lot on this show.
Oh, yeah?
But,
Okay, I'm down with those guys. They seem pretty chill.
yeah, any kind of like ancient culture.
Now, do you believe aliens came down to ancient civilizations?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that one too.
It's in the Bible.
Yeah.
There's a couple.
Yeah. Did you watch that show, Ancient Aliens?
I've seen it, yeah.
I was like heartbroken when a lot of those things he said was just straight blatantly wrong. I went and fact checked it, and like 90% of things he says are incorrect. But I believe they came down.
Yeah, in the book of Enoch, they
Yeah.
take him into a spaceship.
Is that what that? I mean, they've been talking about it on YouTube a lot. There's been like a certain
Yeah.
thing where everyone was talking about Enoch.
Yeah, because he describes like being in like a land of fire, but you know, if you've never seen electric light before,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only light you see that comes from fire.
Yeah.
You could interpret the light of a spaceship
Yeah.
as fire.
I think it was either that or they were just on drugs. Like they're saying that like the Dead Sea Scrolls, it's basically like the Jews just had a bunch of mushrooms and just wrote a bunch of shit that when they were tripping they thought was important, and they kind of hid it away because they were like, yo, this is some shit that's real. It could also be just they were just tripping balls.
Well, do you know where mushrooms come from?
Like,
They're from space.
oh yeah,
Some people believe that mushrooms are aliens, they're extraterrestrials, and when you take them, they inhabit your body. And that's why you see all sorts of crazy stuff.
well, I mean everything comes from space, doesn't it?
But these, like, especially.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, UFOs, you're tripping on mushrooms. Granted, somebody on mushrooms probably came up with that.
Yeah,
So-
that sounds like a mushroom theory. I heard that like when you take acid, is that your brain's like a supercomputer, and then you start like it becomes like a quantum. I'm fucking it up. There's like a quantum computer. There's like a regular computer and there's like a quantum computer.
Yeah.
It like when you take those hallucinogens, you increase the quantum computer proportion of your brain, and that's why you can see shit.
Okay. Because it stimulates different.
Yeah, it's
things.
like the quantum computing power of your brain. I could see that being true.
Yeah. Good times. Well, Cyrus, we're almost out of time, but let's talk about your show
Okay.
real quick on Dronebox. Don't say that.
All right.
Let's just give us a rundown so people know to check
It's
it out.
Thursdays at midnight. Not this Thursday, but every other Thursday at midnight. It's basically a show where comedians share on current events and defend unpopular opinions. We bring on some correspondents. You were there last
It
week.
was fun, yeah.
Yeah, we do a little
That was
correspondent, like topical correspondent piece, kind of daily show style. And afterwards, we bring on a guest, and he has an unpopular opinion, and he just kind of defends it.
What have been some of the most unpopular opinions you've covered?
Caitlyn Jenner is faking it.
Okay.
The girls who got infected with AIDS by HIV from Charlie Sheen should be happy. They got it. Donald Trump would be a good president. We had kids shouldn't get presents for Christmas. They should be punished.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always a good time. So check it out.
Check it out on a Thursday.
Thursday at midnight. I'm sure you'll have a good rerun tonight.
Yeah.
This Thursday.
You talked about when we did the opening thing. You talked about a segment you want to do about getting to know a one percenter.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah. I need to write that piece. We like get to know a 1%er where we profile a member of the 1%.
There's only like 62 people.
Yeah, it's like literally, it's like a couple families.
Yeah, in like a year you'd be
You
you know who they all were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad that they have like so few people have that much money. It doesn't seem logical. It's fine if one guy got that much money in his lifetime, but it's like 3 or 4 lifetimes you're just building off like this fucking massive head start. It's like that's not fucking fair.
And if you look at like the list of the world's richest people and stuff, every year it's the same names, but the amount of money they have just keeps going up.
Yeah, they just
By,
robbed
like,
us.
Billions and billions and billions of dollars.
They just robbed us they literally just robbed us after the Depression. Like the economy tanked, they needed money to stay afloat, and we gave them the money, and they just kind of walked away. So you gotta give us money back. We literally just gave them money for free. Gave them free money because they made a mistake. Like, fuck you.
Yeah. Power to the people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Cyrus, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. It was great.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I hope to have you back soon. Catch you out on
yeah.
Drumbox.
Yeah.
See you on the comedy scene.
Oh, I've seen the comedy scene. I hope someone jerks off to this.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for watching. Thank you to our sponsor, Stance Socks. And until next time, this is Adam Papagan reminding you that there's a place you can go, and it's your mind. Good night.